Hi guys, today we've got something special for you. Don't know if you can see it in the background. That's right. Class Axion 960 on Terra tracks. This is a demo machine directly from Class. It's going to a customer of ours for a few days. He's going to decide if he's going to buy a Xeron, maybe a 5000 or something similar. This beauty, or if it's going to be a Fendt. And as I've never driven or had anything to do with a 960 Terra track, I thought I'd take the opportunity and make a quick video. Maybe you guys would be interested in having a look around it. So starting off, anybody who's familiar with Class will be very familiar with the bonnet setup, the paneling. You know, there's nothing really changed there. The lights at the front, it's all the same as, you know, the normal non-Terra track Axions. I would say it's due a bit of a revamp. This round look isn't really trend anymore. You know, the tractors are becoming more square like they were in the old days. It's supposed to look a bit mean and cool, and this round bonnet just, I don't know, it just doesn't blow your nuts off, does it really?
Jesus is fucking horse cock! Mo just blew my fucking nuts off!
It's alright, it looks good, but I think slightly dated, as is the cab. You know, it's the same Axion cab as we used to. We have been promised for a long time now that there's a new cab in development. As far as tyres, this demo machine's running 710 60/34s. Unfortunately, we don't have a self-inflating system. The CTIC system is not on there. That'd be, I would assume, for a farmer that's spending extra money on a Terra track, would be very important to be able to air the tyres up and down when he goes on the field or leaves the field as quick as possible. You know, if you're spending the money on saving your soil with a Terra track, it's probably going to be worth spending the money and having a CTIC system or a self-inflating tire system for the front. It does make it a lot more expensive. It does make it a lot more complicated. They aren't without problems, as is the case with any other company. So if it was my money, I would probably invest in it. This is a demonstration machine. It has 1,000 hours. So there's going to be one or two things that I moan about. It could well be that machines that are getting sold, they're actually coming out of the production right now, have been updated or changed. I can only go off what we've got, and that's, you know, that's what we're gonna have a look at. Right, obviously the main difference that you'll notice apart from the track system is this step and sort of like a landing And I'll be honest with you, it's much more comfy than getting in a normal tractor. You feel a lot safer getting up here. It's a lot more sturdy. You got more space. I think it's brilliant. You know, this should be on every tractor, a massive landing where you can stand. My colleague stood up here a bit ago and he said, you know, you sort of feel like a sailor on a ship. So I'm like, oh, land ahead or land ahoy, whatever. Also, here on the landing, you've got your AdBlue tank or your urea tank and your diesel tank fillers. This machine has, let me get down here, a Fiat powertrains power system. We open it up. This is another use for a Leatherman, right? For opening the bonnet on class tractors. A lot of people stick the key in here, and after a while this turns a bit stiff and they break the key off. And the Leatherman, and I don't know if you watched my Leatherman video, I said I don't know what this is, if it's supposed to be a screwdriver or a pry bar. It is a class bonnet opener. Or maybe not. Hang on, maybe I have to put you down. It is a class bonnet opener, and you just have to whack it a bit harder. Nice bonnet, opens up quite a way. Anybody's been on my Instagram and seen videos of me working on a Xeron the last few days, you will notice that here is a lot more space to work. What do we see? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Somewhere behind there there's a big old turbo. Yeah, obviously all the emissions equipment. That's literally just about all you will see. Believe me, it's a Fiat powertrains motor. Oh, this thing get me fat ass up here. Ugh. Yeah. So, I mean, we're actually in the bonnet. You can camp in here if you're my size. Believe me, we have had, since swapping over to Fiat powertrains motors, we have had literally no problems. Not no problems, but hardly any problems. The reliability of the motors is fantastic. It really is. I don't have that much to do with tractors. I'm mainly harvest equipment. However, you know, Fiat really have got their shit together and are producing some really good motors. Guys who service class all tell you that since Fiat Motors were being used, we've had a lot less work to do. We've got a Dana Axel up front, also an Italian made Axel. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the Dana axles. Carrera were a lot worse. And I don't know, I don't think these the Dana axle is any worse comfort wise. It's a big old heavy block, you know. There's a lot less moving parts though, so I'm a fan of the Dana axle. I think it drives well, especially if you've got tires like the high tires that you can let down. You know, I think it's fine. Class have always had a good cab suspension, so we get away with one or two things that guys, New Holland and Case and Deutz Farm and whatever, that they wouldn't get away with. It's going to be interesting if on tracks, if it's still comfortable to drive. Right, now getting down to business. This is the Terra track, obviously. I know you're not stupid.
I'm not stupid.
A little bit different to that of the Axion and the Jaguar, but principally the same. Here we have a slightly triangular shape and spoked rollers front and back with rubber pads. Right, so obviously Terra track, or anybody who's got Terra track on their Axion or Jaguar will appreciate how much easier it is to work on and clean. The Terra track is for the mechanics. You know, when it needs servicing, it's a pain in the arse, but you know, if you want to get under here, unfortunately these covers are all screwed on with a million screws. Maybe, who knows, maybe the new ones are with quick release fasteners. You never know. In here we've got a big old fat battery, and I imagine, see, that's the sort of thing, this thing that really annoys me is it's terribly stiff, and not in a good way. That's what she said. Here we've got you know, charging station, so that you don't have to get onto the battery. Plus and negative. I thought there was going to be something cool behind that cap. I thought it might be like a 12-volt socket, but obviously it's not. And down here we've got a useless toolbox. There's one thing that we can do, let's make toolboxes that will always get full of shit. Instead of putting it somewhere where it won't get full of shit, they're always hard to open, always dirty. So Clash, sort that out. That is terrible. It's something that's pissed me off by all of the Axions and Arions, that there's no proper toolbox storage space. Whereas we have this massive room here. Massive room. Is a massive diesel tank. Imagine if built into this was a big old, you know, was a big old toolbox. Not just like that little shit bag, but a proper toolbox that you could open up. We could sink the diesel tank a little bit further down and it'd be all right. You know, there's the sort of things that really irritate me a little bit, because we've got the space, it's just not been thought out enough. To the back we've got a big old set of Cat 4 lift arms and a big old drop pin drawbar. We got a big old hydraulic top link, the full load sensing setup, isobus, everything that you need. You know, we've got 5 remote hydraulic valves, air brakes. On the right hand side, disappointed to see here's not a sort of ladder. You know, I was expecting there to be something that you can pull out and drop down as a ladder to get up here, to get up to your mirrors that you will undoubtedly whack on a bush, clean your windows and whatnot. I'm not that old just yet, so I can jump up here. However, when you stood on this platform, if you're cleaning the windows, You know, it's a bit dodgy. There's no handrails here, except for up there. But there's otherwise, you know, on the mud guard or the wing here, there's no handrails. Right, there's the drive, which worries me a bit that there's a sensor in there. You know, we have, I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. There's a sensor. We have a lot of very heavy ground, and it's imperative that you've not got cables hanging down anywhere near the wheels, because it will throw massive clumps and rip off any sensor cables or just cables in general. So it would be nice to see this, you know, where the drive goes on, to see that covered up. Yeah, all that big old fat stack. Got 1.5 ton sat on the front of it. That's not anything special, really. Not sure if it's a Scharmüller or a Zoidberg front lift arms. I will have to have a look. It's labelled as a Class, but I doubt Class have made it themselves. No front PTO, I'm gathering. Nope, doesn't look like it. So, welcome inside. I'll get my seat back a bit. Right. So, it's hard to give you an actual perspective of the cab. A lot of guys who are used to Fenton John Deere will be disappointed in the size. You know, us men will have all at some point in our lives come across this problem, that we will meet somebody special who's been accustomed to something a lot bigger. No, I don't think it's that much of a problem. Like I say, I'm not the biggest guy, so I don't really have the problem with leg room and whatnot. It's, for me, it's more a fact of it's time that we got something new. Like, this cab design has been around for so long. It really has. You know, the armrest has changed a bit. The CBIS computer's changed. Sometimes you get a new steering wheel. There's a few bits and pieces that are different, but in general, the whole scheme, yeah, it's all the same. So, from the driver's seat, it's strange looking in your left mirror, because it's, you know, it's that much closer to the ground than the other one, and it's somehow like a lot further away. Here we've got the useless cubby box. Useless because, yeah, you can't really do anything with it. Usually you have the UCM, the telecommunications module up there. I can't see it in here. And then this space becomes pretty much useless when that's in there. So and then we've got the driver's seat, the passenger seat. Yeah, hang on, I lied to you. Here's the fridge. There's more bog roll. This isn't a fridge, this is just a transportable box. The back of the seat, you got space for your paperwork. And obviously if you fold it down, you can, you know, you can roll a pizza out or something. It's also something that irritates me. On a Fendt tractor, this is with an anti-slip covering. It feels high quality. This just feels cheap. It's useless. You can't put anything on here because as soon as you touch the brakes, it's gone. As for the seating itself, it's a shame that it's not the leather or half leather version. I don't know why, you know, we're not using sort of fake leather for all tractor seats and arm leans, but arm rest. But you know, it is what it is. We have obviously the Muspace Touch. Anybody who's familiar with that, we're not going to go through it too much right now, but it's the same or similar to what's in all the Jaguars, Lexions, and Axion, Arion that have Muspace. The armrest controls, obviously we've got the potato here. I quite like using the potato. A lot of people moaned about it at first, but it's nice. You know, you got all your F buttons that you can put different applications on. We've got our remote hydraulics. We've got a joystick for remote hydraulics. We've got the controls for the Muspace. We can either use it per touch or here with the buttons. PTO controls, obviously we've only got a rear PTO. Below that we've got the hand throttle, the button for neutral, and activating your joystick. Suspension, PTO, PTO brake, differential lock, and four-wheel drive are all here. We've got a little cubby box here with a spoon in it and somebody's aluminium foil from his dinner yesterday. Really? You left a spoon in here? Telephone holder that is, you know, that needs to be in every machine. Everybody needs that. We've got the controls for the hydraulics and the PTO. Power controls like the main switch, hydraulic switch, the automatic steering, and all the rest of the bollocks is down here. Lights and air conditioning, and the electric mirrors here. And this ridiculous thing, it's where your radio used to be, and now it's just got a really terrible thing that's supposed to hold your sunglasses, with a hands-free thing that also works terrible. We have, this is the updated stereo system. This is like a DAB plus with Apple Play and what's the other one, Samsung Car or whatever it is. You know, you can get your Google Maps on here and your contacts and whatever. I would like to see this integrated into this, like John Deere and Fendt. However, we've got the Trimble system in here. This is a Trimble controller or computer, and you can also connect your phone to this, and you've got all your contacts and whatnot, music over this. I'm pretty sure that if you connect your phone to this, you can use your phone as a hotspot and this as like a tablet, so you can search the web, you can do all sorts of stuff. So right, all that's really left to do is have a bit of a drive around, see what it drives like. I'll throw it over some bumps and lumps and see how comfortable it is. Then we get on with it. It's definitely more comfortable than I thought it'd be. And the turning radius is also a lot better than I thought it'd be. It's hard to give you an example, but it really does turn the corner well. The only other thing that I found bad about it was that it's very loud inside, and even louder from outside. I was surprised at how comfortable it drives. I was surprised at how good it steers. And I think tomorrow we'll get a good idea of how good it is on the field. It will be being compared to a Xeron 4200. Coincidentally, one of the ones that you've seen me repairing on Instagram the last few days, or last week, a Fendt 1050. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it compares on the field to a Xeron and a 1050. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll have the 1050 there to match against it in the field, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. You guys can let me know if you want to see anything. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep at it, and we'll see you again. So yeah, like and subscribe, so I can get myself a haircut, a proper one this time, not one that's done at home. Catch you later, guys.